Everyone will face a giant in their lifetime. The truth is, most will face quite a few giants over the course of their days. Giants take many forms. They don't always look the same. Sometimes it's the devastating news of a health diagnosis that changes the course of your life from that point forward. The moment the doctor begins to speak, your world goes dark and you can hear nothing more than the sound of your own panic. The giant lifts his head to taunt you and tell you your life will soon be over. Maybe the giant takes the form of financial disaster that keeps you living your life in a constant state of fear. Fear that you'll lose everything that you've worked so hard for. Fear that no matter how hard you try, you cannot dig out of this pit. The giant roars with threats of bankruptcy, foreclosure, and repossession. Giants can even work their way into the protected environment of your own home. The place where you should feel the safest has become a place of arguing, disagreements, and hurtful verbal exchange. What's supposed to be a place of peace feels more like a war zone with the carnage of hurt feelings and fractured relationships. The giant raises his voice and declares your family will never be restored to any semblance of health or order. If the giant is never confronted, he will continue to taunt. He will continue to threaten. He will continue to assault. The giant never sleeps and he never gives up. His attacks are further incited by assuming that fear is welling up within you, and any moment you will give up and you will quit. As the giant looks at you, what will he see? Will doubt, anger, and pain get the best of you and cause you to retreat from the very thing that you need to defeat? Will his endless maniacal ravings and tauntings force you into a corner, afraid to respond? Does the fear of failure paralyze your willingness to engage the very thing that set out to destroy you? You have to understand, hard things are never easy, and the giant is a hard thing. Listen, somebody has to get tired of being pushed around. Someone has to begin to believe in themselves. Someone, somewhere has to stand toe-to-toe with the intimidating force known as the giant. We've all heard the story of the shepherd boy with a sling. That sounds good for him, but what about me? What about you? Is it possible to defeat this massive obstacle that has created so much heartache? Is killing a giant just a good story to tell around church folks? Or is killing a giant still possible today? I'm here to tell you today, there are giants primed and ready to be slaughtered. Things that have you full of anxiousness, panic, and worry. They can be put in the rearview mirror. Nobody ever said it would be easy, but things of great value will cost you something. No, let me take that back. They will usually cost you almost everything. What others said you could not do, what others said was impossible, I want to remind you, nothing is impossible with God. Now is your time, and now is your season. The giant wasn't born to defeat you, he was born to define you. Remember, no weapon formed against you will prosper. Your days of intimidation are over. Your days of hearing the word no, they are over. Your days of settling for less than you were intended to be, that's over. It's time to embrace your faith. It's time to put a stop to your harassment. It is time to defeat the thing that is defeating you. Now is the time. Right now is your time.